The life-threatening 10 lethal mistakes to avoid on the carnivore diet. Hello friends, here are the 10 crucial mistakes which ruin the health of more than 90% carnivore followers over 50. And Dr. Ken Berry tells how to stay away from these errors, thus achieving the maximum possible benefits on our carnivore diet. So, here we go. Mistake number 1, not eating enough fat. According to Dr. Berry, one of the most frequent mistakes on the carnivore diet is not consuming enough fat. Fat is not only a primary source of energy on this diet, but also a critical nutrient for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. Without sufficient fat, the body struggles to enter ketosis, a state where fat is converted into ketones to provide energy. This leads to symptoms often described as low-carb flu, which include fatigue, irritability, and brain fog. People who fail to meet their fat requirements often feel drained because their bodies are deprived of both carbohydrates and an adequate alternative energy source. Studies reveal that for most people, fat should comprise between 70 to 80% of total caloric intake on a carnivore or ketovore diet. A 2016 study published in Nutritional Metabolism emphasized that diets low in fat can hinder our body's ability to metabolize energy effectively and impair absorption of essential vitamins. Furthermore, fat plays a significant role in hormone regulation. Inadequate fat intake can suppress testosterone in men and disrupt menstrual cycles in women. To avoid these issues, it's essential to prioritize fatty cuts of meat like ribeye steaks and lamb shoulder, and incorporate natural animal fats like butter and tallow into your meals. While protein is critical for muscle maintenance, without enough fat, protein will be metabolized inefficiently, which can lead to energy deficits. Tracking your fat intake during the initial weeks of the diet ensures you're meeting these energy needs, helping you avoid energy crashes and optimizing nutrient absorption. Mistake number 2, ignoring electrolyte balance. When transitioning to the carnivore diet, a rapid drop in insulin levels triggers the kidneys to excrete sodium, leading to significant electrolyte losses. This often manifests as symptoms of the keto flu, including headaches, muscle cramps, dizziness, and fatigue. Sodium isn't the only electrolyte lost during this process. Potassium and magnesium levels can also drop, compounding these issues and increasing the risk of muscle dysfunction, irregular heart rhythms, and even long-term bone mineral depletion. Scientific studies, such as one published in Frontiers in Nutrition, highlight the critical role of electrolytes in maintaining cardiovascular health, nerve signaling, and muscle function. Sodium, for example, is essential for regulating blood volume and pressure, while magnesium supports over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. Potassium, often overlooked, plays a pivotal role in heart rhythm and muscle contraction. When these electrolytes are deficient, the body becomes vulnerable to cramps, palpitations, and fatigue, especially during physical activity. To avoid these problems, make sure to incorporate plenty of sodium into your diet by salting your food liberally with high-quality sea salt. Foods like beef heart and salmon are excellent sources of potassium, while magnesium supplements can be used if cramps or sleep disturbances persist. Staying hydrated is equally critical, as water aids in the proper distribution of these electrolytes throughout the body. Moving on. Mistake number 3, overconsuming processed meats. One of the most dreadful things perhaps, the convenience and flavor of processed meats such as bacon, sausages, and deli cuts often tempt many carnivore dieters to rely on them as dietary staples. However, these foods are often loaded with additives like nitrates, nitrites, and hidden sugars, which can undermine the health benefits of the carnivore diet. Excessive consumption of processed meats has been strongly linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer and other chronic diseases. A 2020 report by the World Health Organization identified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, citing evidence that daily consumption of 50 grams can increase the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. Additionally, many processed meats are rich in omega-6 fatty acids, which can offset the omega-3 to omega-6 balance, potentially promoting systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a known precursor to cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and autoimmune conditions. making this mistake particularly detrimental for those pursuing the anti-inflammatory benefits of the carnivore diet. To mitigate these risks, Dr. Berry suggests to focus on unprocessed whole cuts of meat such as steaks, lamb chops, and ground beef. If you occasionally consume processed meats, opt for varieties free from additives, sugars, or seed oils. By treating processed meats as an occasional indulgence rather than a dietary cornerstone, you can avoid their adverse health effects while enjoying their convenience. Mistake number 4. Neglecting organ meats. It has been observed that a common oversight among carnivore diet followers is the exclusion of organ meats from their meals. Muscle meats, while rich in protein and certain minerals, do not provide the same breadth of micronutrients found in organ meats like liver, heart, and kidney. For instance, liver is a powerhouse of nutrition, offering over 600% of the daily recommended intake of vitamin A per 100 grams. It is also an excellent source of B vitamins, iron, and copper, all of which are vital for energy production, immune function, and overall vitality. Without organ meats, followers of the carnivore diet risk deficiencies in these essential nutrients. Vitamin A deficiency, for example, can impair vision, weaken immunity, and cause skin issues, while inadequate iron levels can lead to anemia, characterized by chronic fatigue, dizziness, and reduced cognitive function. Incorporating organ meats into your weekly routine is essential for maintaining optimal health on the carnivore diet. If the taste or texture is unappealing, consider blending small amounts of liver into ground beef or using desiccated organ supplements. These options ensure you're meeting your micronutrient needs without significantly altering your palate. Mistake number 5. Wrong transition. Rapidly transitioning to the carnivore diet can overwhelm the digestive system, leading to symptoms such as bloating, diarrhea, or constipation. These issues arise because the gut microbiota, accustomed to fiber-rich diets, need time to adjust to the sudden absence of plant-based foods. Abrupt dietary shifts can also stress the liver and gallbladder as they work overtime to process increased fat intake. Gut microbiome studies indicate that significant dietary changes can take weeks or even months for full adaptation. During this period, many individuals experience discomfort that discourages them from continuing the diet. While these symptoms are temporary, they can feel discouraging and unnecessary. To ease the transition, gradually reduce carbohydrate intake over 2 to 3 weeks before fully eliminating plant foods. Adding bone broth and fermented animal products like kefir can support gut health and reduce the severity of transition-related symptoms. Staying hydrated and increasing salt intake can further alleviate these digestive challenges. Mistake number 6. Fearing saturated fats. As criminal as it could sound, decades of misinformation about saturated fats have left many carnivore dieters hesitant to consume them freely. This fear is unfounded and counterproductive, as saturated fats are critical for energy production, hormone synthesis, and cell membrane integrity. Recent studies, such as one published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have debunked the myth that saturated fat directly causes heart disease, showing instead that it plays a vital role in maintaining overall health. Avoiding saturated fats can lead to hormonal imbalances, reduced energy levels, and poor cellular function. For instance, cholesterol, which is abundant in saturated fat, is a precursor for hormones like testosterone and estrogen. Inadequate consumption can result in low libido, mood disorders, and impaired recovery from physical activity. To fully embrace the carnivore diet, prioritize fatty cuts of meat and use animal fats like butter, tallow, and lard for cooking. These choices not only improve the taste of your meals, but also ensure you're meeting your body's fat requirements for optimal health and wellness. Moving on. Mistake number 7. Underestimating caloric intake. The satiating effects of protein and fat often lead carnivore dieters to unintentionally undereat. Over time, a chronic caloric deficit can slow metabolism, impair hormonal function, and lead to muscle loss. Research in the Journal of Endocrinology shows that insufficient calorie intake reduces thyroid hormone production, which governs metabolism, while increasing cortisol levels, which promotes fat storage. For those aiming to lose weight or improve athletic performance, maintaining adequate caloric intake is crucial. Tracking food consumption during the initial weeks of the diet can help ensure you're eating enough. Incorporating calorie-dense foods like bone marrow, egg yolks, and fatty cuts of meat is an effective strategy for meeting your energy needs. And now, moving to the final 3 on the list. Mistake number 8, not testing for food sensitivities. While animal-based foods are generally well tolerated, some individuals experience adverse reactions to certain items like dairy or eggs. These sensitivities can manifest as bloating, skin conditions, or inflammation, hindering the benefits of the carnivore diet. A systematic elimination approach, starting with a simple diet of beef, water, and salt, can help identify potential triggers. Mistake number 9, overlooking collagen intake. Well, friends, muscle meats dominate most carnivore diets, but neglecting collagen-rich foods can lead to joint pain, skin aging, and slower recovery from injuries. Foods like bone broth, chicken skin, and oxtail provide glycine, an amino acid that complements methionine to support collagen synthesis. Regular inclusion of these foods ensures balanced amino acid intake and supports connective tissue health. Mistake number 10, wrong exit strategy. Finally, many carnivore dieters give up too quickly due to early discomfort or slow results. The body requires time to adapt to a new metabolic state, and initial symptoms like fatigue or digestive distress are often temporary. Committing to at least 30 to 90 days allows our body to fully adjust and experience the long-term benefits of reduced inflammation, improved energy, and enhanced mental clarity. As Dr. Berry told in one of his recent posts, by avoiding these common mistakes, we can unlock the full potential of the carnivore diet and achieve highly transformative health outcomes. Friends, the journey certainly requires patience and precision, but the rewards are well worth our time and effort. So friends, these were the 10 crucial mistakes you must avoid on the carnivore diet at all costs. And we really hope that you get the maximum benefit out of this exclusive information we shared today. By the way, what is your opinion about the carnivore diet? What health benefits have you gained so far? Do share your journey in the comments. Press the like button if you found this video helpful. Share it with your friends and family as well. Subscribe now to our channel to be a proud member of our vibrant carnivore community, with access to all the vital knowledge you need to your long-term health and wellness. By the way, there are some shocking facts about saturated fat consumption, which you are not aware of. Click the video on the screen to find that out. See you there.